All right, guys, for number 10, what we're taking a look at is we're seeing the percents. So the moment you see this, remember we had a formula that is A1 times, or it's just A times B, but really this is A times 1 plus R to the n power, okay? Or actually to the x power. We'll call this x power. Okay, if this is growth, so if your problem's growing, then this is a problem we're going to use, or we're going to use the A1 times 1 minus R if this is decay. Okay, so now understand that this rate is percent. We're always going to change this to a decimal. Okay, this has to be a decimal. Okay. So both of the R's will have to be a decimal. They're the same. A1 is still going to be where I start. Okay, this is what value do I start with? And then X right here, make sure you guys pay attention. It's the number of times I get it. So if it says something, it started in 1920. All right, we'll say this. We'll do it. It started in 2020. How much is it going to cost in 2050? Well, you got to figure out, well, how many times do I get it? I get it once per year. So how many years is that? Oh, that's 30. So that would be what X is. Okay, that's just an example, not on this problem. That's just an example. You're just figuring out how many times I get it. So you'll see it here in a second. Okay, so if you bought a car in 2010, okay, so you got to know this. We're starting in 2010. It's $12,000. So this right here, this is the key. This is what I'm starting with. So this would be A1, and its value is depreciating. Depreciating means decaying. Okay. So depreciating, appreciating means that it gets bigger. Depreciating means that it's decaying. Okay. So look for the word D. Okay. By 4%. Hey, 4%, this is going to be my R. But remember, it has to be a decimal. Has to be a decimal. What will it be worth in 2025? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in. Well, I know A1. A1 is 12. We know that this is decay, so I know I'm going to be using this formula down here. So A1 is, so this we said is A1. So A1 is 12,000 times 1 minus R. Well, wait a second. R is 4%. Remember, we can't leave it as a percent. So we got to find the decimal. Oh, the decimal's hidden because I didn't have a decimal. This percent tells me to move it twice to the left. Okay, so 4% is actually 4 cents. And then X is the number of times I get it. Well, think about it. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. Okay, I'm not starting, it's not worth 2010. That's the year. So look and understand the year is going to be my X's. Okay, I don't get it 2010 times. That's not what I'm getting. It started in 2010. So how many years is it until I get to 225? Okay, or 2025? Well, if I started in 2010 to get to 2025, you could go 2025 minus 2010, or just do it in your head. It's easier. Well, that's 15 years. So we're going to do that 15 times or 15 years. So understand that this is the number of times or years, okay, on the test. So that's going to be 15 years. Then from here, guys, you're just going to plug into a calculator. You could type in the exact same thing all the way into the calculator, or you can simplify it. I can do this. $1 minus 4 cents is 96 cents. Now, remember, when you type this into a calculator, make sure that you're using the A to the X button or X to the Y button when we're doing this. Or if you have a fancy calculator like mine, we're using this, okay, the one that's upside down. So now all I would do is I would type this in. So like if I was using Google, so if I was using the Google calculator, I would type this in exactly how I see it. So it was 12,000 parentheses. You can go to 1 minus 04. That's fine. End parentheses. And then make sure you now must click the XY button. So there's my XY button, and I wanted it to the 15. Make sure that it's small. A lot of times, the biggest mistake that I see is a lot of you guys think you hit it, and for some weird reason, it doesn't pop up, and then all of a sudden you're hitting 15. You see, if it pops up as times 15, you are wrong. Okay, so make sure you delete that, go back, make sure it's XY, you should see a little box, and then I'm going to type in 15. So what we're saying is, hey, this is all real life stuff. So when you're taking a look at it, we're saying, hey, if I have a $12,000 car in 15 years, what happens? How much is it worth? And now we're looking at an answer of $6,505.04. Why is it 4 cents? Because I look at the number right here. Okay, the number right after 3. Okay, the number right after 3 is bigger than 5, so I round up. So my answer here for this problem would be $6,505.04. Okay, that's how much my car is going to be worth in 15 years. Okay, so that's how you would do it. All right.